I'm Jeff Fisher, and you're watching Drive the Palm Beaches.
We're here in West Palm Beach at the Norton Sculpture Garden, and this is Sculptures in Motion. So I'm here with Jeff at the 3rd annual Sculptures in Motion at the Norton Sculpture Gardens. Can you tell me a little bit about this event?
Sure. Well, we're out here trying to kind of expose the sculpture garden and its really beautiful sculptures done by Ann Norton after World War II, and beautiful gardens. Marry that with the rolling art that's here, the sculptural cars, and really have a great, unique venue to be able to show off the cars, show off the garden, and have some fun at the same time. The garden is pretty unique because it's 2.5 acres in this urban setting right here in West Palm Beach with all the development that's going on around it. This will never get touched, and it has, I think, the largest collection of rare cycad palms and other species that, you know, that are pretty interesting to view. There's cars in the garden, there's a food truck in the garden, and there's opportunities for children here at this event. The garden does a lot educationally for kids in the community.
That's great.
And so there's a STEAM program going on here today in the garden, together with a couple cars that kids can actually jump in, take their pictures and all that kind of stuff, so it's fun. This field is divided into pre-war cars and post-war cars, primarily sports cars. So it's, you know, pretty significant to have the kind of car collectors you've got clustered right here in Palm Beach and Palm Beach County. So you're able to get really unique cars, really beautiful cars, as you can see here. But the uniqueness of the cars too is pretty special. A lot of these are one-off cars, the only one in the world. This is the only Alfa Romeo from, you know, that was ever bodied by a coach builder called Fagoni in Italy. This is only, there's a Delahaye down here, the only one of its kind. So you've got a Bugatti. To see a Type 57 Bugatti, this is a very special Type 51 Grand Prix racing, the real deal Bugatti. So you've got some great pre-war cars. Post-war cars are incredible. The sports cars also are not only run-of-the-mill, but one-off cars. The Bill Frick Cadillac is a Vignale bodied, coach-built Italian body on a Cadillac, believe it or not. So it's got a Cadillac engine and a Cadillac chassis. The Mercedes is a 300 SL Roadster. It was the first one ever brought into the country. Pretty special car, and has a lot of unique features because it was before the main production run of 300 SLs by Mercedes. So great stuff here. And for the kids, we brought a Myers-Manx dune buggy, which is the real original 1970 dune buggy. It's in the woods, and we'd welcome anybody to come and, you know, jump in it and have their picture taken or otherwise. So, you know, with the location here at the Ann Norton Sculpture Garden, as I said, sitting in the middle of West Palm Beach, you've got some pretty amazing list of collectors that only a place like Palm Beach County would attract. So that really helps us attract this caliber cars that really, you know, usually don't come out other than in a private museum setting or at a concourse like the Pebble Beach Concourse in August. So you've got those kind of folks, and we're lucky enough to have them interested in the gardens, living here in Palm Beach, and participating as exhibitors in the event also. This is a 1930, really delivered in 1939, Delahaye. Delahaye was a mark, a French mark, and they had racing chassis and engines. This is a Type 135 MS, which is the competition coach, but was delivered by the owner who bought the car to be bodied custom by a shop called Fagoni and Falaschi, which is in the car world, a pretty famous French coach builder that existed back in the day, obviously doesn't exist anymore. And he, you know, it was like getting a custom-made suit. He told him what he wanted. He wanted a 2-seat roadster. He wanted elegance, but he wanted to be able to go fast at the same time. And so they built this car for him, and he owned this car, you know, for a number of years after that.
It's a beautiful car.
You know, when you look at these cars and you look at the beauty of the coach work and the body, that obviously is what attracts you first. But even back in the day, most of these cars, particularly the Italian and French cars, there was always a view towards the aesthetics of what was under the hood. And so you could see with the 3 carburetors on this Delahaye motor, and the use of the chrome and the finishes that existed are all what they were back in the day, because when the car was restored, we made sure that everything, and whether it was brass or cat or other plated you know, materials, you could see that the original manufacturer had an eye towards that too.
I'm Donald Osborne, and stay tuned for more Drive the Palm Beaches.